moment you wake, your first thought carves the trajectory of your day. That flicker of dawn in your mind. Will it whisper, "I'm not enough"? Or will it roar, "I am worthy of extraordinary things"? Belief is the invisible ink drafting the story of your life. It seeps into every decision, every action, every heartbeat. If you bind yourself to small beliefs, you build a small life. But when you dare to believe big, when you embrace a vision that shatters the ceiling of your current reality, you unlock potential that feels like magic. This is the merciless truth. You are what you believe, so believe big. Mindset forms the bedrock beneath every grand vision. Imagine two gardeners sowing seeds. One waters each seed with "I can't," while the other nourishes them with "Why not?" Who will harvest fruit? A mindset fueled by doubt grows stunted ambition. A mindset anchored in possibility blossoms into unexpected triumphs. Abraham Lincoln endured defeats that would have crushed any ordinary soul. Lost elections, personal tragedies, a nation on the brink of collapse. Yet he nurtured a mindset that saw division as a challenge to unite, not a reason to retreat. Your mind, too, must be conditioned to recognize obstacles as invitations. When a day's tasks pile up and fatigue beckons, whisper to yourself, "I conquer fatigue. I expand through effort." Hammer that motto into your consciousness until it becomes instinct. Belief is the molten core beneath that mindset, the substance that fuels action. Thomas Edison tested thousands of materials before the filament glowed. Every failure only confirmed to him that he had identified one less dead end. His belief in possibility burned hotter than each filament he crushed. In your life, belief is the lens that magnifies tiny sparks into blazing breakthroughs. When you sit before a blank document and question your worth, remind yourself that Walt Disney sketched Mickey Mouse on a scrap of paper, laughed at for years, and yet persisted until he built an empire of joy. Speak affirmations not as idle flattery, but as unwavering facts. I am capable of innovation. I attract the right people. My persistence reshapes my world. Clarity sharpens belief into actionable focus. Without clarity, grand beliefs remain ethereal dreams. Picture a ship at sea without a chart, adrift, vulnerable to storms, destined to circle aimlessly. Your vision demands a map. What problem will you solve? What audience will you serve? What legacy will you cultivate? Carve these answers into your morning ritual. Write them in your journal, inscribe them on a whiteboard, speak them aloud as you lace up your shoes. When clarity guides your steps, indecision evaporates. You choose tasks not by convenience, but by alignment with your North Star. The email you send, the call you make, the extra hour you devote, all become threads in the tapestry of your belief made real. Vision is the panoramic masterpiece painted atop your clarity. It is the vivid trailer playing in your mind's cinema. Thousands reached by your message. Families uplifted by your service. Communities transformed by your leadership. Henry Ford glimpsed highways filled with affordable cars long before his engineers perfected the assembly line. He saw a world changed by his creation, and that vision powered every relentless iteration. Your vision must carry that same weight. Envision the moment you stand among the very people your work helped. Feel the hum of gratitude in the air. Taste the triumph in your veins. That sensory rehearsal electrifies every step from concept to creation. Purpose galvanizes vision into unwavering commitment. It is the drumbeat you march to when ego fades and circumstances batter your resolve. Every morning, remind yourself why you began. Was it to lift your family from uncertainty? To prove that limitations exist only in thought? To spark courage in those who doubt? Your purpose is brandished before you like a torch in a dark cavern, illuminating the path when shortcuts beckon and comfort whispers. With purpose, missed deadlines become fuel for deeper focus. Harsh criticism becomes a mirror reflecting areas to refine. purpose transforms routine tasks, emails, brainstorms, follow-ups into sacred duties on your mission. Discipline forges purpose into habit. Jim Rohn called discipline the bridge between goals and achievement. A bridge isn't built overnight. It rises from countless beams, bolts, and sweat-soaked hours. Your daily disciplines, waking at dawn to read 10 pages, dedicating 15 minutes to strategic planning, resisting the impulse to scroll social media, lay the planks of your personal bridge. Each act of self-control deposits a beam of integrity that spans the chasm between where you are and where you intend to be. When resistance snarls at your ankles, when excuses plead for mercy, you remind yourself, every disciplined choice is a declaration that your belief outranks your impulse. Action is the pulse that animates your entire structure. Belief without action is an unlit furnace. Clarity without action is an unmoved blueprint. Andrew Carnegie didn't speculate endlessly on steel. He boarded trains, negotiated contracts, supervised mills in blistering heat. He built an empire by relentlessly moving forward, one factory at a time. Your actions, though humbler, must mirror that intensity. Publish that draft, no matter how raw. Pitch that idea, despite trembling nerves. Reach out to mentors, even if they seem unreachable. Each step, however small, charges your momentum, proving that belief transforms into reality when coupled with fearless gratitude polishes every achievement like an artisan buffing metal. Without gratitude, success can feel hollow and entitlement seeps in. Yet when you honor your progress, thanking mentors who guided you, recognizing teammates who supported you, appreciating the lessons hidden within setbacks, you fuel your drive with positivity rather than pressure. Start each morning naming 3 genuine gratitudes: your health, the opportunity to learn, the support of a friend. Let this ritual sharpen your perspective. The challenges you face become stepping stones instead of stumbling blocks, and your belief deepens as you recognize the abundance already flowing into your life. Adaptability is the craftsman's ability to reforge plans in the heat of change. The world shifts in unpredictably, technologies erupt, markets pivot, crises emerge. Walt Disney adapted from silent cartoons to feature films, then to theme parks and streaming platforms. He transformed setbacks into invitations for innovation. In your journey, adaptability means testing new strategies, shedding ineffective habits, and welcoming feedback as design input rather than judgment. When one door closes, you pivot to another, steering your belief toward fresh avenues instead of surrendering to the locked frame. Resilience is the backbone that keeps you upright when storms hammer your creation. Lincoln lost 2 sons, battled depression, and faced a nation tearing itself apart, but he persevered. Your resilience is practiced whenever you rise after rejection, recalibrate after error, and press on when fatigue tugs at your muscles. Resilience is not stoic detachment, but the art of bending without breaking, absorbing shocks and rebounding stronger, your belief tempered in the crucible of adversity. Learning is the constant metamorphosis fueling your evolution. Knowledge without application is like steel without heat, useless in construction. Jim Rohn insisted that self-education outpaces formal schooling in crafting a life of abundance. Each morning hour dedicated to reading biographies, dissecting case studies, or mastering new tools expands your repertoire of actionable strategies. Then you immediately apply one lesson, refining a process, testing a hypothesis, or teaching what you learned to someone else. This cycle of learning and doing embeds insights into muscle memory, ensuring that belief isn't static, it evolves and deepens with every informed action. As the sun climbs higher, feel the synergy of these principles animate your day. Mindset as fertile soil, belief as sustaining water, clarity as guiding light, vision as panoramic blueprint, purpose as unbreakable will, discipline as the architect's bridge, action as the heartbeat of progress, gratitude as the polish on every success, adaptability as the craftsman's skill, resilience as the backbone against storms, and learning as the forges refining every edge. You are at once gardener, engineer, artist, and warrior, shaping your destiny with convictions vast enough to eclipse yesterday's limits. When twilight drapes the sky, you will stand amid the living monument of your belief made real. You'll witness how each choice, each effort, each reaffirmed conviction wove together into a tapestry too grand for hesitation to unravel. You'll feel the echo of your own roar, "I believe big," resonating through the chambers of your soul. And in that echo, you'll recognize the final truth. Belief is not a passive wish. It is the catalyst of creation. You are what you believe. So believe big and watch your world transform in the light of your own unwavering faith.